Again for another video of Tommy Turbo Treasures. Welcome. This is the next episode. It's been a long time since I put a video out. I only apologise for that because I've been busy as hell as per usual. You'll notice a change in the quality of the footage within this video because the quality will be much better, much more crisp. This is a Canon 80D that I'm using. It's the first time I've used this on a video. So the footage should be decent. I would have liked to think. It might be a bit windy in parts because I've had to work on how to block the wind out, and I bought a new microphone for it, so it's just trial and error. I'm just getting used to it, so it might be a bit ropey, but it'll be watchable. I'll give it that. Yeah, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Dig in Scotland, a lad that I know from Instagram, and somebody that's also on YouTube. We talk quite often, so I promised him a shout out, so there's a big shout out for you, Dig in Scotland. That's just for you, mate. Right, we're going to get out now. In the next series of clips is going to be on club digs with the Northumberland Searchers Society and on a friend's private permission up in Northumberland. In these series of clips that'll follow, I was using the 11-inch black DS coil. I normally say what I'm using in the clip, but just in case I don't, these next clips will be me with the DS with the 11-inch round black coil. Later on in the video I have purchased the white DS high frequency 9-inch coil, and I'll go through the settings and what I'm using on that. I found a few hammered with it. I found quite a few silvers with it actually. Quite impressed with the new white coil, so we'll have a little talk with that later. We'll cover that. But without further ado, roll VT. Well, I just wanted to record these couple of finds. I'm trying to get that in the light the best I can. That's a William and Mary Farthing, which is quite unusual. I think the light's going to mess that up. Don't think we can see that. But anyway, I've just gotten that William and Mary Farthing after the William III shilling, which is a bit unusual. And I've just had this. Now you look at that, that looks like a man. Some kind of, it's made of lead like, I'm not quite sure what it is. It's very, very soft lead. Very, very malleable lead. Not quite sure what that is. Never seen anything like it. Little man sitting there, two poles either side. It's made of lead like, so that's what's thrown us. Not really sure what that is. I'll have to ask my mate. Anyway, let's crack on. Well, I've just took my mate by surprise there. I've just come up to my mate, because whenever I find anything in the field and I need to know what it is, this guy here knows what it is.
I can see just from looking at this, mate, this is a fucking, this is an awesome find. It really is, mate, honestly, it really is, like. But I can see.
Slide it out into your hand, Gary, because it's delicate.
It's a bloody mega beautiful pilgrim's badge.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
pilgrim's badge?
Aye, it's absolutely beautiful, and I'll look at it. Now there's I'm sure that's it. The face there, look.
It is,
see it?
Wait, no, it's up above. You need your glasses on. He's holding like a holy...
No, he's
holding a ball with a crucifix on. Isn't he?
No, that's his face there, isn't it? There, that's the bottom of his chin there, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And there's his hair at the top. I'm blinded. You know what I mean? That is...
Just have to be careful the left-hand side, Gary, because it's just about to...
The rare's hen's teeth up here, mate. Honestly, it's just a fabulous
So what is it, and where's the date from? What's the story behind it?
My pilgrims in the 1200s.
So that's 1200s?
Yeah. Medieval. They would go off and do a pilgrimage to an abbey somewhere like, I don't know, Canterbury or wherever, the massive cathedrals and that. And it was proof. Each place had its own kind of pilgrim's badge. You'll be able to look this one up and find out where it's from. And basically it was kind of proof that they did the pilgrimage, that they went there. And they would pick these pilgrim badges up, and on the back you would have had a place for it to fix. You can see the remains of the area where it would have been fixed to the cloth.
So you would rate that,
and they would wear that. Oh, hey, man. Tommy, I've been metal detecting, 40 years, mate. And I can honestly tell you, that's one of the best ones I've seen come out of a ploughed field. And it's survived as well.
And it's so
now the thing is, with this field, it's only been getting ploughed. It's only been recently ploughed over. Before that, it's been grass so it's only the last 4 years this has ever been getting ploughed, and that's why it's survived. It hasn't been churned up that much.
Right.
Well, that is a fantastic.
I'll show you.
I would say 13th century, 14th century lead pilgrim's badge.
I had no idea it was that. Like, I was messing about with it. I was trying to straighten the left-hand side up.
Get a look at that, Ian. Look at that,
right.
Man.
Well, jump cut. I'll show you that all cleaned up.
Beautiful, that.
Well, just boot scrape. I've just been using GM power on the DS. It came in 70s and it was jumping around a bit. If you can see that there, it was literally more or less on the top. Looks like a nice Roman brooch. Looks a little bit unusual, that one, like with the top bit, the loop. Don't ask his age, I'll catch up with me mate, he'll know what that is. Like, it's more or less fully intact, like. Bronze Roman brooch, nice. Would have been a pin that went across there, I would imagine. Looks like an early one, like. This is a gas, like. And I'll ask my mate Gary, see what he thinks. Right, let's crack on. Well, with the DS, just in DS fast with a few mild alterations to the program. I was getting an 81, but it was a ticky signal, so I just scraped the soil back, went over it again, I went to about 79, and then I got out the hole and it dropped to 72. Don't know if I can see that. Right there, cut off. I haven't had a good look at it yet, like, to be honest with you. I just wanted to do it on camera. It's bent and all that, like, but it won't straighten that. Grateful for anything. Oh, it's an Irish one. No, it's not. That's his scepter. Getting carried away. I thought that was the start of a triangle, but it's a scepter. Is it a long cross or a short cross or what? Just give us a second though. Yeah, it's a voided short cross, so that'll be a King John. See the voided short cross? If anybody's interested, Henry III was the start of the long cross. So if you get a coin like that with that kind of bust on in the scepter, and it's a long cross, it's most likely one of the Henry III. If it's a short cross, it'll probably be a John. Nice, that, like. It's got good detail on, like. Pleased with that. I'll show you that all cleaned up. Alright, let's crack on. I've just got a signal here, and it was literally there where I've just picked it up there on the top. 70, I've got the dates today. I've just wiped it and had a quick look. I think that's a silver Roman coin. I think it's a silver Roman, my very first silver Roman. My heart is absolutely pounding. That's got to be a silver Roman, it's got to be. Come on baby, come on, be nice, be nice. I'm shaking, I'm absolutely shaking. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my toothbrush and I'm going to give that a little gentle clean. I'm not going to damage it. Right, 2 ticks. Well, I've got absolutely no idea who's on this Roman silver, but it's definitely a silver. I'll have to ask my mate Spartacus, see what he makes of it. Or another lad that's here, actually, Clint. There's the head side. There's a little bit of gnarliness going on around here, like, but I think that'll clean off with a little bit of TLC. That'll come up lovely, that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. My very first Roman. Get in there. Fucking get in there. Sorry about the language, but sometimes you just gotta swear. That's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. That's what detecting's all about. That's what metal detecting's all about. Right, I shall crack on. I'll show you this all cleaned up. Just had another nice Roman there. For a second I thought it was actually silver. It's so nice, but it's a bronzy. See them standing there. I've just cleaned it very lightly with my toothbrush. Came in 67 days fast. That'll go with a silver one, nice. But it's got an unusual head. Like, I'm shite on Romans and who's who. It's got quite a nice bust on that one. Like. I'll let him dry out to see the patina's starting to flake. I won't touch it anymore. Yeah, put a bit of wax on it. See if I can get it to come up. Nice, another one for the pot. Well, I just got a signal there. First signal. It's come through this gate over here. My mate's been in here all day. Well, he's been in here all morning. I've just come in. I've been working another field. I've already got it. I've already took the soil of it and had a good look at it. To be honest, I should have perhaps waited. But as you can see there, that looks to be a William III shilling, and a lovely raspy 91 it gave in days fast. A lovely, beautiful tone. It's worn a buggery, like it's worn smooth, but silver in my book, and it all counts. I do like my early milled, so it's just welcome. I'll show you a picture of that all cleaned up and a little video to follow. Alright, let's crack on. With the high frequency 9-inch white coil, I was running GM power, 26 kHz, sensitivity up to 92, discrimination knocked down to 4.6, ground balance was in tracking, and those were the settings that I found applicable. See, the thing is with the high frequency coils is if you have it too high, you're going to get even less depth. The lower the kilohertz, the more depth you get. That's why GM power is relatively a deep program, and that's why I wanted to place it about 26 kHz as opposed to the 18 which you ordinarily get, the 17.6. I just wanted that little bit more extra sensitivity in an already fantastic program. So GM power, it's just GM power but tweaked, more sensitivity, better on cut-offs, smaller items. So it was a good setup. It's a good setup to run the high frequency 9-inch round white coil. So this is me making some finds with that setup and the new XP coil. So roll VT. Well, it's got a nice signal there. It's just there. But I'm trying out this high frequency coil. This is the second time out I've used it. And I've just hit this one here. It was a bit of a shitty signal. It was very, very solid. I'm running the DS in GM power on 24 kilohertz. No, 26 kilohertz. Ground balance and tracking. I'm just trying out the different modes and different settings. It's got a nasty bend in I like, but it's a hammered all the same. That's all I'm bothered about. I don't know who it is. Some lovely detail on there. It's just a crying shame that it's been bent over by the plough. I don't think I'll be able to straighten that without snapping it. You can see the crease. But we'll appreciate that for what it is. And we'll just be grateful. Anyway, I'll show you this cleaned up. And it looks like it's looking like an Eddie penny to me, but I could be wrong. We'll have a better look on a roundup, on a clean up job. I'll show you that now, all cleaned up. But I'm quite impressed with that, like, with the strength of the signal on that. Very responsive, very good. Right. Well, I did have a pretty bad day today. That's a Scottish bobby. That's another bobby. I've just had a really nice bobby, and I put it in my pocket, and I don't know where I've put it. So I was going to show you that, but that's I misplaced that, but I'm not that bothered about it. But I'm just getting that there. I think that is a love token, and I'm yet to take it out of the soil, so we'll do it together. I don't think it's hammered, like. I think it's like early milled. See the shape, the S. I'm just cracking that off. Have a little look-see, see if I can see anybody. Oh, it's as smooth. It's as smooth as Brad's butt, as the Hoover boys would say. Oh, it's just smooth. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump cut and I'm going to have a little look at that, see if I can see out. 2 ticks. Well, normally you can see something on these, but I can see absolutely nothing on that. It's as smooth as anything. Could be anybody. Queen Anne, William III type era, early milled. S shape, love token. Nice to find, like, but disappointing that somebody's filed all the detail off. Never mind. Right, let's crack on. Sometimes this hobby makes you laugh, it really does. I've just got that love token over there, right? I've had nothing all day. Not a fucking bean. Not a bean, right? 5-6 steps, look at this. Straight after the love token. Look at that. It's a milled, like, it's not a hammered, but it's just as good to me, it's just as good. I don't discriminate anything by age. So I don't say a hammered's better than a milled silver, just because it's older. I think that sentiment's stupid, to be honest with you. Milled coinage is just as nice as hammered, in my book. Oh, I don't even know who this is. That looks like a William IV. That's a William IV. Quite rare. Ruled before Victoria, 1830 to 1837. He was George III's second oldest son, and he ruled after George IV. Yeah, I'm good on me monarchs. It's just one, it's just one, 1831. But it's still quite a rare silver to get. He was only on the throne for 7 years, you got to remember that. And it's William. I've only had one, maybe it's one other William before, like. Nice, sterling silver. I'll show you that all cleaned up. That's 2 silvers, bang bang. It's a funny game, isn't it? It's a funny old game. Right, let's crack on. Got a signal down there. I just took it up. It was right on the top. It's giving us about 69 to 70. A friend of mine's just holding it for us, so I get my camera out and all that. As you can see, the ground's pretty boggy. It's boggy as hell, isn't it? And you just see it there. He's just holding it. Looks like it cut off, but looks like it's bent over. I wonder if this will. I don't know if I should be messing about when I'm trying to film. Right, I'll take this out. You didn't believe that was a hammer, did you?
I never had my glasses on, did I?
It's just bent. It's full. It's all there. It just needs a little straightening. She's a hammered. How long we've been going now? 15 minutes?
15, 20 minutes.
I'll do it again. It's a voided short cross, probably a King John, by the looks of it. Just at a first glance, like. Although it could be somebody else. Nice thick one, good detail. Looks like it's going to be a nice one now. Might have a go at straightening it. It should be alright to straighten that. Get it cleaned up. Lovely jubbly. Right, I'll show you that all cleaned up. If I didn't get the beast out, the CTX. You've got to have the CTX in there somewhere. I made some nice finds with the CTX, but to be honest, I've been using the DS a little bit more than the CTX lately. So this was me out with the CTX, my old faithful, and I managed to tag some nice silver. So roll VT. Right then, I'm out with the beast, the old faithful, my old girl. Because the DS is packed up, the coil is knackered. That's the second coil I went through on the DS that's packed up. I've just come into this field here and I've filmed the surroundings because I'm on my friend's permission on ancient land. I've got a lovely crisp 1223. 1223 it was. And I was going to dig it and I thought, well, I'll just try it with a probe. As you can see there, I'm just testing this camera out to see how close I can get. See there, it was, it's not very deep at all, like, it's like an inch and a half. I haven't even revealed this yet. I've just wiped the side of it to make sure it was a hammered before I started filming, and then I put it back down. So we'll have a look at this together. It looks like a half groat to me, that. I tell you what, I'm not going to do this one-handed and knock it up, like, so I got the toothbrush on it and give him a little field clean with 2 ticks. Well, I've just rang me mate there. I've told him to come and have a look at this, like, because it's really unusual. I don't know if you can see it. There's a big Scottish thistle there, huge Scottish thistle there. This is really unusual, this hammered. And on this side, I'll just get it the right way. There's a shield there. There's no bust. So there's a shield there with a crown. I think it might be an initial there. Possibly seen Jacob round the side, which is James in Latin, so it'll be James the First era, I'm thinking. We'll have to see me mate, like. He's the expert, I'm just the apprentice. We'll see what my mate thinks of it. We'll jump cut. Well, I've just spoken to my friend Gary there, in the fountain of all knowledge when it comes to anything historical. He says that's the James I Scottish Merc hammered coin, and it is actually dated 1602. There, you see it on the top. You see it cleaned up like, but 1602 there. So we've got the thistle there, and then we've got the English shield here. I'm buzzing, like, I'm absolutely buzzing, because that's an unusual hammered as well. I'm already, like, practically take my pants off when I find a hammered, but when I find an unusual one, it sends it over the top. I've just had to have a smoke there to calm myself down. It's just bad, a bit worn, like, but all hammers are on ploughed fields are getting rived all over. But it's survived. 1602. Over 400 year old. Ooh. Yes, please. Get in there. That's it. Good girl. I'll have some more of them. Hey, let's crack on. Well, just got a nice tight signal there. It was 1206. 1206. It was quite deep. It was at least 6 inches, like, nice repeatable signal. And I've just dug down there and I've just exposed it. And it looks like it cut half, but it looks like it's been damaged as well. It looks like the edge has been snapped off a bit. See that? That's a hammered, you know. So hammered's hammered in my book. I can't get this to focus. I'm still learning this camera, like, it seems to be, it's got more features on it than the CTX, this camera. I can only apologise for how bad the footage will look. I don't know, I haven't had a good look at it to tell you who it is. It's a long cross. Probably a Henry III, I'm thinking. Possibly a Henry, but we'll have it cleaned up. I'll show you that cleaned up and we'll try and determine who it is. Right, let's crack on. Got a 1241 there, beautiful crisp tone. I've just unearthed it there, but I haven't looked at it, I haven't wiped it or anything. Reveal this one together. What a lovely signal that was. It's quite deep, you know. It's milled, like, but I haven't had a mill for absolutely ages, like. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what we've got. Oh, 6pence, I can see. Looks like a Victoria. I'm happy with that, like, I like milled stuff, as you probably well know by now. I can just see the bottom of Victoria's head coming out. I'll give it a quick field clean and I'll come back to you. 1860s I think it is, 1861. I can't clean it very well, but I don't want to go over the top with it. I'll clean it properly when I get in. Give it a proper clean. She'll get the turbo treatment and she'll be shining like a good one. She'll go in the collection with the others. Lovely jubbly. CTX, bang bang bang. Hey, let's crack on. Do you ever have them hunts where you go out with your friend and your friend's just nailing it and he's just getting silver and he's getting relic and you get nothing? You ever had that kind of hunt? Because that happens to me quite often. But I metal detect with a lad called Gary, which is his nickname is Spartacus. He's on Instagram as well. Gary's been detecting for 40 years and he's a hard man to beat out in the fields. So I've got a couple of lots of clips just to kind of put the reality into metal detecting, because you can go out all day. It's not just a case of buying a metal detector, going out and finding this, that, and that. It doesn't work like that. You've got to put the hours in, you've got to put the time in, you've got to put the work in, you've got to be good at what you're doing. And my mate's exactly that. So these next two clips is 2 separate hunts, and this is where my mate has went out and he's found something amazing and I've found nothing. And then we went out again, he found quite a few, he found a handful of amazing things and I found nothing. But that's just the look of the draw, and that's metal detecting. So we'll add these clips in and I'll show you my mate hitting some good stuff and I get nothing. So roll VT.
Well, I've just got some kind of jetting there. Give a 1236. It's quite thick.
Aye.
For a jetting, but it's got the same pattern, isn't it?
Aye, it's like the Nuremberg type on that side.
It's obviously been a necklace of some descript.
But
so
no,
I thought
it's not a bad find, like Tommy, like. But this is a proper find, mate.
Gary got this earlier on. Belter. Do you want to turn it over so the tubers can see his face? Ain't you see this growth?
That's made my day, that, like. It just really has made my day, that.
That's one of the nicest growths I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm well pleased with
that.
One
of the nicest hammers I've ever seen.
It's the soils that we've got here, man. It's sandy as anything.
It's beautiful, that, like.
You know.
That's absolutely
I'll get the books out and have a look, but it looks like it's one of the Edwards. Probably Edward IV, maybe. Or the Roses period.
Makes my find look absolutely crap.
Drying out there now in the wind.
Right.
I'm not going to put silver foil on that one, like.
Well, jump good. That's going straight into your cabinet, I would suspect.
Is it?
It's recording now. I'm just going up it.
I can see the edge of it. I'm thinking it's silver.
The wind.
Is it going to be out old or... Oh my god, it's a hammered. It's a fucking hammered.
Of who?
It's a split cross.
By the short cross, is it?
A long cross.
So it'll be
hammered.
Be Henry. Because look, it's dead thick, isn't it? He's a Henry, I think.
Henry III, I think, aye. Split cross.
It's dead thick, look at this.
I know. At first, when I seen the edge of it, I can't say, oh, I see, is that, no, it could be a bloody modern one, but obviously it wasn't.
So you've had a silver dinar, you got that, haven't you?
I've got that.
And you've had
a cracking day. It's just patience, man. Came up 72 on the dace. I've got the Celtic toggle fastener.
I need some
Roman silver.
Because
that's the silver. That's the Roman. The toggle. And
Celtic toggle.
Roman.
Denari,
but it's been a Sestertius, I think, but it's totally shot. Big one, you know.
You had that as well, didn't I?
Yeah, it was down the bottom end there, so.
That's
it's looking promising here, mate, but I mean, it's hard work. It's hardly any signals, but when you do get some
nice.
Very nice. I'm chuffed with that, man, honestly.
You've got me
Give up, man.
Nice. Right, let's crack on.
Well, this clip was meant to be at the start of the video, but I've saved it to the end because it's a bit of a sad note. A good friend of mine, Robert Poughton, sadly passed away suddenly. I went to his funeral after he passed away, but this was the last time I ever went out metal detecting one with him, with the club, because we have been out on private permissions together. Like, I've been to his private permission. I would like to dedicate this whole video to my friend Robert, who sadly passed away. It was just a big shock because he was quite a fit, healthy lad, and then he just all of a sudden, one minute he's there and the next minute he's gone. So it'd be a sad loss, but I'm sure he'll be out there with us on the fields, detecting in spirit. He'll still be knocking around on the fields, I know what he's like. You'll be a sad miss, Robert. I'm sorry to what happened to you, and I'll see you in the next life and we'll go detecting up there. So this clip's me finding a hammered coin on a custom program I wrote with the XP disc, and in the background is my friend who sadly passed away. That's the reason I wanted to save this clip at the end. So roll VT.
I'll just give it a little clean there. You'll see it better cleaned up in a second, but that's my new program that I've just wrote. Bang, second hole, boom. That's me mate laughing there behind. He's just fucking... that's pretty good, that, like writing my own program and then doing that, coming out and getting that.
Get another one, are we?
Right, I'll show you all that. I'll show you all that cleaned up and we'll jump cut.
Clip of sadly my friend who passed away there, you could hear him in the background. You could also hear me biting my tongue a little bit because we tend to have a bit banter, a bit back and forth like lads do. And obviously I couldn't say what I wanted to say on camera because it's not really YouTube worthy because we tend to swear a lot. But it'd be a sad loss. I'm just still shocked and surprised that it happened, to be honest. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm just total shock, but I'd like to dedicate this video to him. Next you'll see all the still clips of all the finds throughout the video. You'll see nice still footage so you can all have a close-up look in fine detail of what's actually been found within the video. I thank you all for your time and thank you for watching and subscribing. Thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you feel like. If you want to comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And all the best of luck on your next hunt. Thanks. Thanks. Alright, that's a good way to end the video. I hate being in front of the camera. Anyway, here's all the still footage of all the best finds, and I'll see you on the next. Cheers.
Traveling in a light beam, laser rays and purple skies, in a computer fairyland. It is a dream you bring to life.